As you've already heard, the Taliban are back in power, and the chaos is only just beginning. So, what exactly is going on in Afghanistan? What is going to be the plight of the women and girls? And what are celebrities, international celebrities, saying about the situation? A very good day to you. I am Jamie, and this is, of course, the Chat Wrap on Relaks Radio, where we trap you with the best of conversation with regards to everything that you need to hear. Now, let's talk about Afghanistan. On the 8th of July, President Biden told everybody that a Taliban takeover of Afghanistan is going to be highly unlikely. Fast forward a few days to the 15th of August, the Taliban have taken over complete control and they were in the presidential palace in Kabul. So what exactly triggered this insanely fast takeover by the Taliban of Afghanistan? Let's talk about it. In mid-April, as you know, President Biden declared that the United States was going to be pulling out the American troops from Afghanistan because apparently they've done everything possible with regards to eliminating terrorism in Afghanistan. Of course, all of the other NATO countries, including the UK, agreed with this decision. Now, this decision was actually criticized not only by the international community, but by Americans themselves. The response of President Biden, though, was actually very simple, and I will quote him for you. President Biden, in response to all of the criticism, simply said, "Let me ask those who wanted to stay. How many more of America's daughters and sons are you willing to risk?" Now, the situation in Afghanistan started to get worse in May as all of the American troops started to pull out, and then very recently the Americans abandoned the air base, and the Afghan soldiers and the Afghan security forces were left to defend themselves. Of course, this is when the Taliban progression started, and the Afghan forces, in some places, they actually did put up a fight, even though it was highly unsuccessful. But in other places, the Afghan forces didn't even put up a fight. They simply crumbled. But what's ironic is that the Taliban, actually, the Afghan security forces outnumbered the Taliban 4-1. And mind you, these are the Afghan forces, these are the Afghan security forces that the US spent about $8 billion to train and to equip. So was it successful? Well, that's a question that I need you to answer. Now, the situation in Afghanistan at this point was beyond chaotic. It was a mad scramble as people were trying to flee the country. People were trying to get their money out of the banks, and people were even going to go into hiding in their own homes just to prevent the brutality of the Taliban. Now, this is a humanitarian crisis to say the least. I want to know if you agree with that or not. Now, further on, let's look at what international celebrities had to say with regards to the situation. Angelina Jolie is known for always being a forerunner in the fight for human rights. And she is also known for being one of the very few celebrities that did not possess an Instagram social media platform. However, this changed when she actually, with basically the Afghanistan crisis, when she opened an Instagram account just so she could share the most heartwarming and heartbreaking post ever. And that was basically a letter by an Afghan girl. Now, this letter was basically a teen girl sharing her fears for her future and the future of her rights and her freedom, the future of her most basic rights and freedom. This girl basically was an unidentified teenager, but in her own handwriting, she's written a letter saying that the taking over of Taliban of her country basically meant that she had to give up on every single one of her dreams and hopes and aspirations. It meant that she could probably not go to school here on after. It probably meant that she is going to be confined to the borders of her home. Now, as Angelina Jolie closed out her debut post on Instagram, she pledged that she is going to stay involved, which I think is what all of us should be doing as well. Now, a lot of other celebrities, including Prince Harry, Duchess Meghan Markle, Jennifer Aniston, Lena Headey, Gemma Chan, Sophia Bush, are also amongst the celebrities that have voiced their concern with regards to the situation. We just hope you understand how terrible the situation is right now. The people in Afghanistan are suffering. And as Meghan Markle said, when somebody in our community suffers, so do we, whether we know it or not.